Alright, so tonight I've changed up my color palette a little bit. These are the colors that I'm going to be using for the painting tonight. Also, I have decided to do some experimenting with some ratio changing of the paintings. So that's my new painting scale. It's just a 8x11 sheet of paper cut in half long ways. So I'm gonna play around with this tonight. I'm gonna do about maybe 6. I'm only gonna work on 3 of them at a time, and then you'll see what I'll do with the rest of them. So what I like to do first is I like to get my surface wet on both sides, because paper tends to warp, and so getting it wet on both sides ensures that it relatively stays flat. The key term there is relative. Alright, tonight I'm going to be using just a simple palette knife to apply some of the colors, and I'm not going to be applying these colors in any particular purposeful way other than what I see and then what I respond to. I'm going to start off with this ochre. Let's get some, it says primary red on it. I'm not sure about that, but we'll see how this kind of works its way into it. My goal right now is to not really focus on making something. My goal is to allow the paint kind of to build up this language. With the surface flat, white, not having its identity as a place or anything like that, I just let the paint do the talking. And a lot of the times my paintings, to be cliche, are conversations. They're my responses to what happens with the paint. Okay, now the real critical one, which is this heavy bodied ultramarine here. That's a lot. And then what I'm about to do, I'm about to really set this off. I'm about to get it really wet. So earlier, you know, I'd wet the paper and stuff, and a lot of this really starts to really do some interesting things once the water really starts to appear. Also, the other thing that really starts to happen is things start to blend, start to make new colors. Things start to happen. One of the things that is critical for my work is alcohol. So let's see what this does. That shakes it up a little bit. And the other really critical thing is that right there. So salt. Specifically, this is Epsom salt. I get it from Walmart's pharmacy area in big giant bags. So the last thing I'm going to do before I start pressing this, you'll see what I mean in just a moment about pressing, is I add a little value. So that white is going to activate and really start also to blend with some stuff. Come on. So this is what I like to do. What I'll do now is I'm going to take another sheet of paper and I'm going to press one down for each one of these. So that's going to be a total of 6. So I'm going to press this down. It's kind of like a monoprint. And I'm going to let this paper sit for about 3 or 4 minutes after pressing this down. I don't want it to sit too much longer after the 3 or 4 minutes, because what will happen is the paper will start to bond too much and it will be hard to separate the two pieces of paper. I've destroyed actually lots of paintings that way, where I've let the pictures or the work sit for too long with this paint. In fact, as I'm feeling it, I'm feeling that I probably don't need to have it wait for that long. I can actually take it up as soon as I move these around and make some space for them to move to. So okay, so this first one here, I'm just going to peel this back and see what happens. Okay, you want to take a look. That's what that one side did. And then this one is going to come over here. Okay, this one I'm going to peel off like this. You'll see that. All right, and the last one to go. I'm going to also peel it up. This one's sticking already good, yeah. Okay, so these are my first layers. So what you see here is first layers. I do these first layers quite a lot, actually. I have a whole stack of them right here that I did the other day. It's just one layer on them, so there's not really much to ponder or to look at. But what I'll do is I'll do 4, 5, 6, sometimes up to 12, 13 layers on these. Sometimes I'll paint in shapes or areas that I see, and then I'll do more on top of that. But yep, a good night's work. Anyway, I'm glad you could join me, and hope to see you again. If you like this stuff, like to watch me paint or do things, please think about subscribing and, you know, leave a like. Later.